I had a wonderful experience last night. I went to get a massage at a place I never went before.
I don't know if I want to hear this. No, okay.
And I laid down to get my massage. Now, this place is open 24 hours a day. It's New York. And I didn't have any time to go during the day. So I get there at 11 o'clock. And the lady begins the massage, and that's the last thing I remember. I barely remember her touching my neck. And the next thing I noticed was she said, "Wake up, you fell asleep." I go, "Oh, where am I?" I really wasn't sure where I was at. And she goes, "You just had your massage." "Oh, really?" I don't remember it. I don't remember any of it. It was like it never took place.
Well, what a perfect, I mean, probably you were exhausted. I know the schedule that you keep. I mean, you're driving back and forth from one state to another and being a doctor and coming and doing the show. And so what a wonderful choice to make to go get a massage. That's a great thing to de-stress.
But what was amazing, it was 2 o'clock in the morning then, 3 hours later.
Right.
So the massage didn't last 3 hours.
No, but
I just went out.
Your body completely surrendered.
Right.
So other things that we can do to de-stress is listen to music, meditate.
Listen to ourselves. Follow our heart. Really hear us. What we want, not what others want from us. And it doesn't make a difference what others expect for us.
But I think to listen to ourselves, listen to our heart, that's great, and that takes some time to recognize that voice, but maybe to quiet ourselves so that we can do that. You know, for everyone who's watching, that this may be a completely new conversation. You know, play with a puppy.
Absolutely.
Listen to music.
Experience
have
it. Play.
Great sex.
Right.
That's all great things to do to de-stress.
Follow your heart wherever it brings you. Enjoy life. Enjoy people. And, you know, if you meet that person whose facade looks wonderful, but you don't have a good vibe, follow your vibe. You don't have to be mean. Be nice to the person. Keep your distance and split. On the flip side, when the vibe's really right, say, "Here I go. I'm diving into this pond. It feels wonderful. I'm going to experience it." All you have to worry about, don't worry at all you have to think about is the moment. This moment feels wonderful. And I'm being fair, and I'm being kind and loving. It makes no difference if there's another moment tomorrow or a moment after that. And it makes no difference what moments you had in the past.
Yes, but you know what? We can be in that state of well-being, and something happens, and all of a sudden we're back in stress. It's in a moment.
Right.
And we don't even realize that we're being stressed again. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that's such a normal state of being for a lot of us.
That's why, as you said, or we said in our earlier show, you have to be present to the present. Be aware when you have that wonderful chocolate ice cream in front of you. As you dip into it, you taste every little morsel of flavor. When you're with that wonderful woman or man in your life, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Because there may be no tomorrow. If there is, that's a bonus. If there's 2 tomorrows, it's a double bonus. Go for it. You will feel totally safe and you are totally protected if you follow your gut. You're really in trouble if you look for guarantees.
Yeah,
there are none.
That's really good advice, especially, you know, people who go out on first dates. That's probably one of the most stressful situations you can be in.
Most stressful I could think of.
Yeah, because, you know, it's all made up in our heads. What are they going to think? Am I going to like them? Am I going to live up to their expectations? Are they going to live up to my expectations? Am I going to take them to the right place? Blah, 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 blah.
But what's worse is what we make them out to be. So we say, "Oh, yes, you're this, and you're this, and you're this, and you're that, and I can see it, and I can feel it." No.
So when that's going on, so what do we do in that moment?
Say, stop. I'm going to enjoy you for you, whatever you are, whoever you are. So all of a sudden the girl says to you, you know, I'm a smoker. And maybe you don't like smoke, especially New Yorkers. Go, so what? It's not about whether you smoke or not. Well, I want to tell you something about my past. I had an unsavory past. It's not important.
John, I think that ultimately what you're saying is absolutely the truth. But I think in circumstances where we're in a job interview or we're dealing with a client and we want to make the deal, and we put so much emphasis on succeeding, that creates stress. It does.
Do you want to make the deal, or do you want to have a
Yeah,
long...
so I want to make the deal, so what do I do?
But wait a second. Do you want to make the deal, one-time shot, or do you want a long-standing relationship, financial relationship with that company or that person? Forget the deal, build the relationship.
All right, so...
Same thing with love. Do you want to get into her pants? Do you want to impress her for tonight? Or do you want to have a real relationship with this woman that really has meaning and can last for a lifetime?
So great, but when all of that is occurring and that monologue of fear is going on in our heads, what do we...
Turn it off. Get grounded. Put your butt in the chair.
John, I got that, but what takes us, what can we do? Is it just take a moment and breathe? Is it to acknowledge that the stress is there and let it go? Just say, I realize that you're here and I'm just going to let that be and I'm going to just move forward and try to get my way back into the moment?
Drop all that. Just be aware. It's very important to be aware that this is happening. Embrace it and say, no, I don't want to live that way. I'm here for the long pull, not the short pull. I'm going to drop my story, open my heart, and I will be safe. So, you're not in control of me. I'm in control of me. That's what you got to do. If you don't recognize it, you can't fix it. And if you don't embrace it and you suppress it, you've just inherited that forever. You got to get rid of it inside.
So you create a clearing.
You create a
so
clearing.
that you can be present.
So you could be present. So and no matter how painful it is, you have to say, but I feel good about this now.
Yeah, stress is like an old friend sometimes.
It's an old friend.
Yeah.
Yes.
There are times when I'm not stressed in a stressful situation and I think that there's something wrong.
Yeah.
That, you know, that's what I'm used to.
Now think about how
And I know a lot of
wonderful-
people agree with that.
how wonderful your life is. I think the best story is to think about it this way. All the noise in New York City, the jackhammer, the riveter, the crossing guard blowing his whistle, and the trunk honking his horn.
Yeah, it can be a symphony.
It could be a symphony.
Yes. Yeah.
So listening to that one that you really feel you care about, and listening to the good, the bad, and the indifferent, it becomes a symphony. All that really counts is, what's that person to you this moment?
Yeah, and also a wonderful exercise in acknowledging all of that is that we all live and work and move in our own separate worlds. But just to take a moment, and we are all part of the one. We are all one. There is nothing separate in me and what's going on in my life to everyone around me. The noises, the jackhammers, the policemen, the person trying to pass me, we're all moving
in synchrony.
Yes.
In symphony.
Yeah.
So we're all part of each other.
Yeah.
Recognize that. See it. We all have things we don't like about ourselves. I think you've arrived and you've conquered fear when you can get up in the morning, look in the mirror, stare in your eyes, and 10 times say very slowly and methodically, I really love me. I'm special. And you know what? Most people, I haven't met a person yet who can do it. I have met people who've accomplished it. Mm-hmm. And you do that 10 times every day by yourself. And when you can finally do it comfortably, you're ready, baby. There's no more fear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fear equals stress.
So these are all exercises. These are all baby steps. And the feeling is incredible. It's a feeling money can't buy, prestige can't buy, mm-hmm. duplex can't buy.
Wouldn't it be wonderful?
Mm-hmm. So make it, do it, start it already. That's your intention. Mm-hmm. You're on your road.
Mm-hmm. So last week I had a really interesting experience in dealing with stress. I'm trying to get down the subway stairs because I'm late for work. I see my train pulling into the station, and inevitably the person in front of me, well, that's not their train, so they're kind of walking down the steps, you know, la-da-dee, la-da-da. And I can't get past them, and I can't get past them, and I can't get past them. And I just decided I'm going to call myself back into myself, realizing that my emotional body is vibrating on a much faster level than my physical body. So that's what I did, and I almost felt like I was going to tumble down the staircase, and I had to grab onto the rail. And that happened to me on 2 different occasions. So the exercise I want to share with you, which is the part I left out, is if we're in a stressful situation, what we need to do is, if you're standing, firmly plant your feet in the ground. Really feel your feet in the earth. If you're sitting, feel your butt in the chair. I mean, really, sit in that chair. And then, knowing that our emotional body vibrates in a faster level than our physical, when we call ourselves back into ourself, we're grounded. We can accept the emotional body coming back. And we just relax. And what happens with me when I do this is I get present. So instead of living in future of trying to get the train, I'm going to miss the train, I'm going to be late for work, I'm just walking down the stairs. I'm breathing, I'm calm, and that's all that I'm doing. So next time you feel yourself stressed, try that exercise. I'm telling you, it works. And stress, actually, in the universe, isn't really recognized. No. They don't acknowledge stress. It's man-made. We make it up.
Man-made chaos.
Yeah.
Perfected in America.
Perfected in America.
Perfected in America.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's the big thing that we have to offer the world in the 21st century. Stress. Because we chose to.
Well, wouldn't it be great if 100 years from now somebody said the word stress and they say, oh, let me look that up in the dictionary. I'm not quite sure of the meaning.
In Asia, they do that now.
Wow.
They look it up in the dictionary.
Awesome. Namaste.